So, here we are again, when we need to be strong against all odds. And I know you are listening to me through exhaustion, through broken hearts, and with sore feet. But I also know you are hearing my message with hope. Hope that the next patient will be someone you can help, someone you can make a difference with. Let me tell you, times may change, but some things never do. You help all of them. You make a difference to all of them. I can still remember my first day as a nurse. So much going on, you feel like you can't keep up. You're surrounded by faces of those who need your help. As often as they want medicine or diagnosis, they also want time, an ear to hear them, a kind word of compassion. Often we are the first face someone sees when they're afraid and in pain. My time spent during the Crimean War was a test of my will and my faith. We did what we could to help as many as we could. During that first winter, we lost 10 times more troops to infectious disease than we did to battle. The sanitary conditions were horrid. I remember writing about them and hoping my words would last beyond my own breath. Everyday sanitary knowledge, or the knowledge of nursing, in other words, of how to put the Constitution in such a state that it will have no disease, or that it can recover from disease, takes a higher place. It is recognized as the knowledge which everyone ought to have, distinct from medical knowledge, which only a professional can have. We fought to change the sanitary conditions, and thankfully it led to great reduction in the losses we suffered. I know every day you take great care to sanitize, to keep patients safe. I know it makes your hands crack. I know it is tedious. But I know you do it without complaint, as you do so many other thankless tasks, because the patients need you. Even before I wrote notes on nursing in 1859 or founded my nursing school in 1860, I knew it was imperative for more and more of us to be out there. There can never be enough nurses on the front lines helping others, whether it be on the battlefield in some faraway land or in the local hospital. We are always needed. And I know that you and your RNAO leaders, that outspoken president of yours, Dr. Angela Cooper-Brathwaite, and your feisty CEO, Dr. Doris Grinsman, are now fighting yet again for more nurses, this time for patients in nursing homes. Yes, homes. Their homes. Indeed, I hear you, all 43,000 of you, are forcing the powers that be to give you the resources you need so you too can save lives, as I and my ladies did. Know it is a cause worth fighting for, and never give up. I've always been proud of what I do, what all nurses do. It takes great character to be willing to put others before yourself. For as long as there are people devoted to helping others, we will always be needed. During the flu epidemic that raged and ravaged the world between 1889 and 1890, it was the nurses that were the glue that kept everything together. And now again in your times, it is the nurses that are the glue keeping everything together as you fight valiantly against COVID. When nurses started providing services in the workhouses of Great Britain in the 1860s, it was uncharted territory. We made a great difference despite the challenges. A lesson I learned from my first day is that we have to endure, for them as much for ourselves. I have seen changes in the world of medicine that I could never have dreamed of in 1,000 lifetimes. We are always fighting some invisible enemy on our battlefields all around the world. I have seen advancements like vaccines that have taken the fight to ailments that were at first thought to be unbeatable. Nothing is unbeatable when we are together. It seems that there is always some new threat waiting around the corner, waiting for our vigilance to wane, as it was with the third wave of the plague. in 1855, and the influenza outbreak in Europe in 1857, or cholera in England in 1866. The fight was long and hard, but we prevailed. It's a difficult and sometimes lonely calling, but it is always worth it. No matter the hardships faced, we have a duty to ourselves to carry on. It is important to take a deep breath now and then, just stop for a moment and take it all in. Everything we do makes a difference. Every lesson we can help unlock, every lesson we learn can help unlock the door to the next mystery that is waiting for us in the shadows. Every smile, every rushed step, every moment is a gift that you have chosen to give. Today's horrific ailment will be a test for us all. Just as the epidemics in the past tested nurses around the world, your effort is heroic deeds performed countless times a day. You will be the reason we can defeat this invisible enemy, much as we did the last one, and much as we will the next one. You are the reason people turn to us when they need help. I'm grateful to be amongst your ranks and honored to call myself a nurse. My legacy is you, and your legacy is now being written. I'm afraid they need me back, but before I go, I must tell you I am proud of you all. Thank you for your service, and please continue to be safe. Oh, and I must not forget to welcome your incoming president, Nurse Morgan Hofarth. Goodbye, and believe me, our fight is worth fighting.